Hello, and welcome back into this week in speedrunning. In Ranked, Watermelon spawns in and loots a buried treasure, and then blows up trees, makes his portal, and spawns right next to the chalice. Watermelon kills stray blazes and blinds, and then reads this eye because of fancy graphics. That's why I have to turn those on the Bastion. Then, he second portals to the top of the portal room, and then hits 0. Dew spawns in and loots a ruined portal, and then a replay thingy, and then enters the nether and loots a housing. And this happens too. Dew plays a spawner, and then enters the stronghold on good pace, but the 0 cycle is what makes the run so fast. Alright, so now that we've done with the ranks, it's time to get into the insanity of RSG. Reminder, this all happened on one day. The first run, Blaze Mine spawns in and sees an instant buried treasure in Magma Ravine. The main issue is that he does not have enough iron for an iron pickaxe because the chest only had 6 iron. Blaze Mine is still entering the nether at almost under a minute though. Blaze Mine spawns next to a bastion, and on the way, sees a fortress. Blaze Mine gets iron, does manhunt, and pearls to the fortress, entering it at 3:30. Blaze Mine sees 2 straight blazes, but they're guarded by wither skeletons, so he opts to play the spawners. He blinds at 5 minutes with 3 rods after killing 6 blazes, which is average, but in a run of this pace, you'd expect Blaze Mine to get a bit luckier. This run is mainly like Blaze Mine getting everything to go right at the start and then making things work in the second half. Not to say that Blaze Mine gets unlucky. The blind is slightly average to above average. And then, when re-entering the nether, Blaze Mine kills 4 blazes that drop 3 rods. But, this terrain to second portal is not good. He has to mine through a wall, and Blaze Mine enters the stronghold at 6:10, but gets an instant-nav, and it gets back into top 3 pace. After a death reset, Blaze Mine 0 cycles. After not hitting it, he clutched and he can just 1 cycle. But Blaze Mine doesn't even walk away from this run with a PB. So that was devastating. It just feels like no one can finish the job. Oh boy. So Bloopy spawns in, loots a buried treasure, blows up trees and builds his portal. But the bastion's where things get crazy. The housing is not linear. Bloopy has 12 obsidian and then tries to check chop chests to get 20, but it doesn't hit. In hindsight, not checking these chests would lead to him getting world record easily. But he said they wouldn't do anything differently, and overall it's just the correct play. Bloopy still enters the fort at 3:30 and teleports into World War III, but then Bloopy kills a spawner blaze that does not drop, 2 strays that both drop, and then 2 spawner blazes where he gets 1 rod. Bloopy kills a stray that doesn't drop, and then finds a group of 3 and 2 drop. So Bloopy blinds at 4:50, and the chat is going crazy, but Bloopy still needs a lot to go right to complete the run. At this point, Bloopy needs 2 things to go right: a close blind and 2 eyes. Bloopy measures the eye, and the blind is close. Even better, there is terrain with ocean. You can see Bloopy Pearl test this ruined portal, and I checked it and it does not have the final 2 obsidian. Bloopy gets a dolphin and sees the stronghold and enters the portal room. But now, the chat's talking about a new issue. Is there 2 eyes? But when Bloopy sees the 2 eyes in the frame, he knows it's time to clutch. Wow, what a day. 2 crazy noteworthy runs, and what? We have a new 6th place run. Aquaord scans for buried treasure, blows up trees, and enters the nether at 1:15. Aquaord is to run and bridge for her housing, and then it takes 35 seconds to pearl the fort, so entering the fort at 4:15. Aquaord's played it really well to this point, but Aquaord's chat is still empty, as this isn't that insane of pace. But things look up as Aquaord gets great blaze rates, then blinds at 5:30. He pearls the cords, and now this runs on a new level of pace, as Aquaord enters the stronghold at 6:16. Aquaord instant nows, and his chat's talking about a sub-8 as he enters the end. But little did we know, a crazy 0 Aquaord was about to do will make this a lot more special than a sub-8.
Dude! Yes, dude! Oh my god!
GG.
Dude! Oh my god! Bro, this is a great day for RSG. Oh my god.
Dude, what place is that? Holy shit.
That's like 5th, I think. Oh my god. 724. I'm so shaky. Oh my god.
Dude, you played
Dude,
that.
what?
You played that so well. Holy shit.
Yeah. I could have thrown a better pearl onto cords. Like, I kind of threw short pearls, so I had to, like, bridge with no soul speed, but other than that, I played that, like, perfect. Wow. Dude. That's crazy. Dude, this is, like, the biggest day for RSG in, like, so long. Oh my god.
Other than those runs, there was still a lot. Ricky Pizza had a 305 second structure, Maybe had a 620 stronghold, Jason made his return with a 649 enter, and Skycrab had a 531 stronghold. But he only had 5 rods and it was a 1 eye. Not that it would have mattered because he died. But there's also a new Classic World Record, a really cool category. Basically, Classic is normal RSG, but you can't use a Bastion, so pearls are harder to get, and you have to use Obsidian strategically. Avzez, I hope I'm pronouncing that right, spawns in and resets for a village, instead of an ocean. This is because of the blacksmith. He gets 10 Obsidian, but he can't use it now because he has to save for the blind travel. So, they kill the golem, and they don't need the 7 sexy iron, because he doesn't need an iron pickaxe to mine the gold blocks. Then, he finds a nearby lava pool. He mines gold that he trades with piglins to get pearls. He doesn't have fire arrows in the fort, and it takes 2 minutes and 30 seconds, and he blinds with 11 pearls and throws one. And the blind's pretty close, and he digs down, instant nabs, and needs a 2-eye, which he gets. And then, he has need a perch for a sub 10, and world record. And for the top 3 clips, we have...
I'm dead. I'm so dead. Hello? What? Okay.
Structure chest in the game. You keep trying to talk wall crafting. Oh my.
That's gotta be on Bridge Bastion, like, come on now.